Hare Krishna everyone, welcome back to Shravanam Diaries podcast. I'm your host Srila Prabhupada and we're continuing to read The Science of Self-Realization by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, starting chapter number 2, Choosing a Spiritual Master. And the first section is called What is a Guru? Introduction. On hearing the word guru, we tend to envision a caricature-like image, a bizarre-looking old fellow with a long, stringy beard and flowing robes, meditating on distant esoteric truths. Or we think of a cosmic con man cashing in on young seekers' spiritual gullibility. But what really is a guru? What does he know that we don't? How does he enlighten us? In a talk given in England in 1973, Srila Prabhupada provides some enlightening answers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Quote, I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my guru, my spiritual master, opened my eyes with a torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Unquote. The word ajnana means ignorance or darkness. If all the lights in this room immediately went out, we would not be able to tell where we or others are sitting. Everything would become confused. Similarly, we are all in darkness in this material world, which is a world of tamas. Tamas, or timira, means darkness. This material world is dark, and therefore it needs sunlight or moonlight for illumination. However, there is another world, a spiritual world, that is beyond this darkness. That world is described by Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita 15.6. Na tadbhasayate suryo na shashanko na pavakaha yadgatva na nivartante tadhama paramam mama. Quote, that abode of mine is not illuminated by the sun or moon nor by electricity. One who reaches it never returns to this material world. Unquote. The Guru's business is to bring his disciples from darkness to light. At present, everyone is suffering due to ignorance, just as one contracts a disease out of ignorance. If one does not know hygienic principles, he will not know what will contaminate him. Therefore, due to ignorance, there is infection, and we suffer from disease. A criminal may say, I did not know the law, but he will not be excused if he commits a crime. Ignorance is no excuse. Similarly, a child not knowing that fire will burn will touch the fire. The fire does not think, this is a child, he does not know I will burn. No, there is no excuse. Just as there are state laws, and there are also stringent laws of nature. And these laws will act despite our ignorance of them. If we do something wrong out of ignorance, we must suffer. This is the law. Whether the law is a state law or a law of nature, we risk suffering if we break it. The Guru's business is to see that no human being suffers in this material world. Isn't this a wonderful definition of what Guru actually does? The Guru's business is to see that no human being suffers in this material world. That's beautiful. No one can claim that he is not suffering. That is not possible. In this material world, there are three kinds of suffering: Adhyatmika, Adhibhautika, and Adhidaivika. These are miseries arising from the material body and mind, from other living entities, and from the forces of nature. We may suffer mental anguish, or we may suffer from other living entities, from ants or mosquitoes or flies, or we may suffer due to some superior power. There may be no rain, or there may be flood. There may be excessive heat or excessive cold. So many types of suffering are imposed by nature. Thus, there are three types of miseries, sufferings, within the material world, and everyone is suffering from one, two, or three of them. No one can say that he is completely free from suffering. We may then ask why the living entity is suffering. The answer is out of ignorance. He does not think, "Oh, I am committing mistakes and am leading a sinful life. That is why I am suffering." Therefore, the Guru's first business is to rescue his disciple from this ignorance. We send our children to school to save them from suffering. If our children do not receive an education, we fear that they will suffer in the future. The Guru sees that suffering is due to ignorance, which is compared to darkness. How can one in darkness be saved? By light. The Guru takes the torchlight of knowledge and presents it before the living entity enveloped in darkness. That knowledge relieves him from the suffering of the darkness of ignorance. One may ask whether the Guru is absolutely necessary. The Vedas inform us that he is. Tadvigyanartham sagurum evabhigachet samitpanih shrotriyam brahmanishtham. Mundaka Upanishad 1.2.12. The Vedas enjoin us to seek out a Guru. Actually, they say to seek out the Guru, not just a Guru. The Guru is one because he comes in disciplic succession. What Vyasadeva and Krishna taught 5,000 years ago is also being taught now. There is no difference between the two instructions. Although hundreds and thousands of acharyas have come and gone, the message is one. The real Guru cannot be two, for the real Guru does not speak differently from his predecessors. Some spiritual teachers say, "In my opinion, you should do this," but this is not a Guru. Such so-called Gurus are simply rascals. The genuine Guru has only one opinion, and that is the opinion expressed by Krishna, Vyasadeva, Narada, Arjuna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Goswamis. 5,000 years ago, Lord Shri Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita, and Vyasadeva recorded it. Shri Vyasadeva did not say, "This is my opinion." Rather, he wrote, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, that is, the Supreme Personality of Godhead says. Whatever Vyasadeva wrote was originally spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srila Vyasadeva did not give his own opinion. Consequently, Srila Vyasadeva is a guru. He does not misinterpret the words of Krishna, but transmits them exactly as they were spoken. If we send a telegram, the person who receives the telegram does not have to correct it, edit it, or add to it. He simply presents it. That is the guru's business. The guru may be this person or that, but the message is the same. Therefore, it is said that Guru is one. In the disciplic succession, we simply find repetition of the same subject. In the Bhagavad Gita 9.34, Shri Krishna says, Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru Mamaivaishyasi yuktvai vam atmanam matparayanaha. Quote, engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee, offer obeisances and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. Unquote. These very instructions were reiterated by all the acharyas, such as Ramanuja Acharya, Madhavacharya, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The 6 Goswamis also transmitted the same message, and we are simply following in their footsteps. There is no difference. We do not interpret the words of Krishna by saying, in my opinion, the battlefield of Kurukshetra represents the human body. Such interpretations are set forth by rascals. In the world, there are many rascal gurus who give their own opinion, but we can challenge any rascal. A rascal guru may say, I am God, or we are all God. That is all right, but we should find out from the dictionary what the meaning of God is. Generally, a dictionary will tell us that the word God indicates the supreme being. Thus, we may ask such a guru, are you the supreme being? If he cannot understand this, then we should give the meaning of supreme. Any dictionary will inform us that supreme means the greatest authority. We may ask then, are you the greatest authority? Such a rascal guru, even though proclaiming himself to be God, cannot answer such a question. God is the supreme being and the highest authority. No one is equal to him or greater than him. Yet, there are many guru gods, many rascals, who claim to be the supreme. Such rascals cannot help us escape the darkness of material existence. They cannot illuminate our darkness with the torchlight of spiritual knowledge. The bona fide guru will simply present what the supreme guru, God, says in bona fide scripture. A guru cannot change the message of the disciplic succession. We're going to stop here for today and we shall continue tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. The link to this book is in the description. Please check it out, share it with all of your friends, and we shall see you tomorrow. Hare Krishna.